All right. Happy Monday, beautiful people. Good to see you. Good to see you. Big waves to you. Big waves to you. Thank you, Bill. I was holding it up, waiting on Bill. Bill Salen, give me a wave. He gave me a wave back. Good to see everybody this morning. Hey, so in the chats, in the comments, please let us know where you're tuning in from. Love to hear from you. Love to hear where all of our people are coming in live from, or maybe you're over on Facebook. Please let us know in the comments. So our word for today, and this week, kind of like last week. So here's kind of what we've got. We've got a couple of guests that's going to be coming in this week. Coach Myra Miles is going to be coming in this week. Andrew Rosser is going to be coming in this week. So, but we already got the words lined up, and so I'm excited about it. I've looked at the words. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a good week. So today, the word for today is connect. Connect. So, really good word to start off a Monday and to think about, because we've all got this opportunity each and every day. And so, how many of you? Let me start off by saying this. How many of you, from time to time, just kind of want to go into your own little quiet space and not talk to anybody? That's me. Okay, I'm that person. Um, and man, do we steal our opportunities if we're there. Sometimes we need a little bit of time by ourselves, but there's times that I look up and go, man, I'm not connecting like I could. So if you look at the definition, it's bring together or into contact so that a real or notional link is established. And I got to thinking about this connect. How powerful is connect? In a world where we connect on social media or through the means of Zoom communication, connect is super powerful. I mean, for a lot of you, there's people on here I've never met in person, belly to belly, but I feel connected to you. I feel like I know you. I feel like I know a little bit about you. I know the inside of your home. We used to say in our industry, when you can learn the color of their carpet, you're connecting. Well, this means of social communication allows that connection. But then how powerful is it to still connect belly to belly? Well, let's just look at the hospital right now. For the people that might go into a hospital, is it powerful that there's still somebody that can get in to lay eyes on them and connect? Absolutely. There's just something about the in-person connection that nothing replaces that. So although this is magical, the in-person connection, you can never take away the power that establishes. I think about our church. We can watch from distance, and that's a powerful source, but we can never take away the feeling of being there inside of that opportunity of that worship. It's just a different feel. And so connect was big for me. And I grabbed this quote. It said, the most important things in life are the connections you make with others. How many of you would agree with that? Like, it's like we're building this huge, Tom Ford said this, but we're building this huge database as we go throughout the days. And then we let the days turn into weeks, and we let the weeks turn into months. We're collecting this huge database of people that were interlinked in connection. And the biggest gift I've learned from being in the industry I'm in is that now what I realize, I'm a network marketing professional. Like I love it. I live it. I get to do it every day, and it's such a blessing. But what I learned was when I first got in, for me, it was all about sales. It was all about, I got to make, and those are important key elements. But all my focus was driving that sale. And over time, what I've realized is What if I drive those connections and let those connections lead me to different things, right? Sales will take care of itself if the connections are made. And that's the biggest gift. It's taking meetings with people one-on-one, one by one, for what I and they can learn, not rather than not what I can earn. So think about that as you go through the day. I'm going to take this connection for what I can learn, not what I can earn. And that's been the shift in my mindset over the years in my profession. So what does it mean to look at and have a strong connection? Number one, I got 5 of them. What does it look like to have a strong connection? Number one, you care about each other's needs and desires. So if I sit down with someone, or if I have a Zoom with someone, or if I'm in person with them, I'm going to focus on our needs and our desires. I'm going to focus on, hey, what do they need? What do they desire? What do they look at? Or where are they at right now? Number two, you share openly. Man, how fun is it, or how awesome is it when you get around an authentic person that is just open with you, upfront with you, sincere with you, and you feel like you can be open with them? Kids are like that. Adults are the same way. I mean, but kids in high school, when I taught and I coached, if you were open with them and they could feel it, they opened up to you. Number three, you don't just hear each other, you really truly listen. And this is a big one for me, because a lot of times I have so many communications through the day. Sometimes I fail to listen because I'm looking quickly to answer and help. But sometimes we got to listen to be able to establish what we need to do to help. Number four, it's got to be a judgment-free zone. You know, we can always stand back and point and be the judge, but that's really not our role. Our role's not to judge. Our role's to listen, to help, to create strong connections. You know, we say it all the time. We'll say it again today. There's only been one perfect person walk this world, and it's not us. So judging, we just need to throw out the door and let it be a judgment-free zone. And then the fifth one is, you can find the silver lining in conflict. You know, there's times that me and Bill and Susan might not agree. We might agree to disagree, but we can still love each other. We can still care about each other. We can still be brothers and sisters. We can still reside and work together. So we got to find the silver lining in conflict, because we are humans. We are given the mind that we've got. We're given the thought process. We're given the freedom to think for ourselves. And so not all the time are our things going to line up exactly perfect. So here's what I would say to number 5, and I need to practice this. Just because I feel strongly about something, I don't need to judge the person next to me because they don't feel as strongly about what I feel so strong about. Does that make sense? Like, see the silver lining and be able to coexist with each other. I need to do that more. And if I did these 5 things and thought about them, I'm going to create strong connections as I go through my days, as I go through my weeks, as I go through my months, and I let that database build of people around me with strong connections. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you. This was a good one today. I'm sorry I took so long.
No, yeah, it was a great message. So thank you so much. So I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Coach said, and I'm going to talk about how to create that connection. And that, you know, he kind of did that too. We're going to kind of do that together. But the quote that I found was, a connection is the energy that exists between two people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. And we all have those relationships in our life where we just feel so connected and it feels so safe and powerful. But how do you create that with new people, right? How do you create that connection with the new people in your life? So first of all, pay attention. Truly listen to what people are saying. And we've heard like Arlene talk about when, she sits down with somebody, she asks questions and she listens to their answers. She's not just sitting there offering, right, the solution. She's listening to their answers. Two, same thing, ask those questions. So sometimes we can have kind of superficial conversations with people, but be willing and be brave enough to ask the more difficult questions. Three, don't be a know-it-all. I think Coach Myra calls it a Kia. She said, don't be a Kia. I'm like, what? Those seem like decent cars. I don't know. What does she mean by that? But don't be a know-it-all. And, again, I can be guilty of that. I've got the solution. I can come in here and I can tell you what you need to do. But that doesn't create any kind of connection. It actually can put barriers up between people. Four, smile from your heart. I just think our smiles are so powerful. So be willing to truly smile at the people that you're around. Four, be vulnerable, or five, excuse me, I can't count either. Be vulnerable. And I think this can be a hard one where you're having a conversation and maybe you're asking them their questions and they're sharing. But some of us, guilty, can then, when they redirect and they ask me a question, I might try to skate off to the side, right? But be willing to be vulnerable with people and share your heart with them. Six, offer sincere compliments. Every single one of us wants to be seen. We want to be seen as who we are. And when you can offer somebody a sincere compliment, and it could be something as superficial as their hair, or something as deep as what they've created in their life, whatever it may be, their parenting, I don't know. But if you can truly see that and offer a sincere compliment on it, that truly can create a very powerful connection. And then put yourself out there, right? Again and again. And, I just had a conversation with my daughter about this just yesterday. And sometimes you got to text again. Sometimes you have to pick up the phone and call again, right? Maybe you're the one that, reached out last time and you're thinking, well, I don't want to reach out again. I'm the one that called them last time. I invited them to my house last time and they've never invited me back. But put yourself out there and keep plugging away, right? Because you got to forge that connection. And then last, be authentic. And Coach has talked about this before. This world does not need another, duplicate of somebody else. We, sometimes we can be on social media and we can put on a little facade, but that's not how we're going to connect. And that's not how we're going to create those relationships. So go be you. This world needs you. This world is calling for you. Be authentic. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday. Thanks for letting me jump on with y'all this morning.
Andrea, powerful message, and the word to start off the week was huge. And I just want to say this about the community before anybody jumps off. The power of the connection together on here. Recently, Tracy, our prayers continue for you and your family and your father, and Erica right now is Erica made a post and about her father, and our prayers go up. It's like the awesomeness of having brothers and sisters on here is that we're all, it's not if, it's when we're going to go through things with our loved ones, our family members. And when it is, it's such awesomeness to have people around you. Tammy right now is, with her mother, she made a post on Facebook about that. And so let's lift everybody up and say a prayer today for Erica and Tammy and Tracy, and again, their family members. And we love you, and we hope you feel it. And guys, this is an awesome community that I am just so grateful for all of you being a part of. So Andrea, thank you again for being on here with me today. And let's go have a great Monday. Love you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you
y'all
guys
so
so
much.
much.
Thanks,
Great
Andrew.